Alright, so we've basically started talking about productions, etc. here at Retro Music with Benny Royal, and we are currently explaining how to do bass layering on Pro Tools. Okay, so basically what we've done here now is we've just played a simple pattern in MIDI, and as Benny was mentioning, for that specific track that he did, he was layering his basses. So he had a sub bass, he had a mid bass, and he had a high top type bass. Okay, so a very easy way of doing something like this is obviously, you know, you've got your 3 channels playing the same pattern, and we're going to start with the first one. We're going to try and see if we can get a nice sine type subby type bass. Okay,
that's how I like to start with I like the grooves, you know, and most of the times I'm starting with the lower end. Really
cool. Okay, so right now you can just hear a,
or this, so also for you, you can put your bass line underneath if you already have something.
Yeah, let's have a look at, see if we can get a nice sine here. Okay, so this is just as a quick example. Okay, so we've got the sub bass here now. You could take any bass essentially and do an EQ on it, okay, and take out all the high end and the mid range. We'll choose another bass here quickly. Let's try something like this. Although this would probably be a nice high end bass. You can take the EQ here and just drop this all the way.
This way you can make a bass line of almost anything. I also like to work with thumbs, you know, and put it down, and you get a real good heavy bass sounding.
Okay, so there we've got like a nice subby type bass. We'll get another bass now that we'll just use as a... I'm actually going to change this around. Okay, there's our sub bass, and now we're going to get a mid bass. That'll be our mid bass. But what you want to do now is you want to take out the bottom end of what you're going to be using as a mid bass. Okay, and of course you can layer in different ways. It could be a sub bass with a top high type bass. You don't generally need to do 3 layers or 4 layers or 5 layers. Try and keep it simple, you know, whatever works at the end of the day. So I'm just going to cut the frequencies here at the high pass filter.
You don't need that because the stop is already filling this place.
100%. Okay, so we've got that there. In fact, we can use this as a nice high bass there. And then get a third bass, which is going to be everything in your mid-range now, for instance, okay? And we can take some of the low end out in that one as well. Not everything, because you don't want to, you know, make it too high.
Already, I don't know if you hear it, but you hear it. Okay, now it's a little bit too crispy because my ears will, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but you hear it in your ears. It's a little bit, yeah, 100%. I think it's coming from this. I notice when my eyes are getting a little bit wet. I know, okay, this is not good.
So what we're doing here is we'll take some of that top end off.
Yeah.
There we go.
It sounds a lot better in your ears.
So you can hear that's muted, the sub, with it in. That's just the mid and the sub, and a little bit of the high. And that's just a very quick example of how we can layer basses.
And you created a real unique sound.
Yeah.
Really fast.
Sound is very important in terms of the EQing.
Okay.
To get the right frequencies going, and also to do a little bit of a volume mix afterwards.
Yeah.
Bring down the tops, for instance, or whatever you feel like. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks, man.
Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this little video that we made here with Benny Royal and his South African tour.
Follow us, Twitter, Facebook, and
Yeah.
see us.